Well, alright. Today's just a small project. I'm just gonna take off these little bumper end caps, plastic things, so we can paint them back black. A little bit of a try to restore their color. There goes Charlie. He likes to lay under the Jeep on the hot days. Alright, we are back in action. Battery died, just like I thought it would. Alright, I think I'm gonna have to find another set of sockets. Or a little screwdriver with like a socket end on it. Alright. Because this is not working. The sockets are not fitting in here. Freaking airplane passing over me right now. Alright. Let's go find something else, try it again. This one might actually work. Alright, let's go try it again. Alright, we're back. We're going to give it another shot. Oh no. Is it? Yes? I can't tell. Hey, okay. So this little tiny bolt that holds the rear quarter panel plastic bumper end cap is, well, I was gonna give you the size, but oh, 1/4 inch. There you go. It's a 1/4 inch bolt. But your socket or whatever you use to put in here, it's gonna have to be pretty skinny because this hole is not that big. Alright, it's okay, it's out. What I recommend, if you're somebody who loses things easily, like a little screw like this, you might want to, once you just hold on to it, once you take this off, go ahead and screw this back in, and back into its hole. That way, you don't lose it. Once you come back and put this on, you can just unscrew this real quick and put it back in. Alright, if I'm not mistaken, it's just held in by clips beside this one. Actually, there is another bolt that holds it on the back here, but I'm missing mine. Whatever. Alright, there's a lot of dirt's gonna fall out of here. Let's just try to wiggle it out. Alright, there you have it. So it's just held in by these 3 clips up here. Kind of just sits in place. It might have been a little easier if you wanted to open your tailgate and unscrew your tail light. That way the whole bottom of the corner of the cap clears the light. You can just lift on right up. Otherwise, you'd have to take off the fender flare. I'm not painting mine. I'm not installing new ones right now though, so I'm not going to do that. I've done it before and it's a pain in the ass. It's a pain in the ass to put them back on. Yeah, and then this is just what the plastic bumper cap clips onto. And these are just 3 little rivets here. One day I'll totally do away with the plastic bumper end caps and the flares, install new flares, get rid of the caps, new rear bumper. And I'll just drill out these rivets, get rid of them. Whole Jeep's getting a new paint job some point in the future anyway. But alright, let's go get this plastic end cap cleaned up and get it ready for paint. Actually, we got to take the other side off first. Before I forget, let's put this screw back in. It's not a bad idea to do this with your screws, especially if there are screws or bolts on the interior that basically when the screw is in the hole, it plugs a hole in the floorboard from the interior to the outside of the car. Aha, fits like a glove. 1/4 inch socket. And then you'll probably unscrew to a certain point where it feels like it's totally loose, but it won't fall out. I don't think it really will. Kind of just, yeah, pull on this, and then the screw will fall out. It actually just fell into the grass. I had it, hold on. Got it, right here. There you go. Okay, now on this side, I do have this bolt in over here, so I'm gonna have to go ahead and take that off as well. A buddy of mine, he gave me this spray stuff for these plastic parts, these little plastic bits. He was tired of seeing mine all sun faded. He painted his up, and that paint's doing pretty well with the sun. So he was like, dude, have the rest of my spray can, just paint your stuff. Alright, so this is a bolt, but on the underside, so the inside of the bumper, where it screws bolts to, there's a nut holding it in. So what you're gonna have to do is get, let's see, this is a 10mm socket. Let's get a 10mm wrench so we can fit it back up in here, hold the nut, and then we'll go ahead and try unscrewing it again. Let's try it again. Alright, it's pretty much finger loose. Yep, it just came right out. Alright, so make sure that you don't lose the little nut that goes onto the inside of the screw. So the little screw up here is a 1/4 inch, and then the bolt back here is a 10mm. Oh, there you go. So actually, this one came off a lot easier. You just slide it backwards and then lift it up. Now I'm gonna go ahead and put these screws back in. That way I don't lose them. All right, let's go clean these up so we can paint them. All right, so this is my little paint station just against our dark colored fence, since I will be painting black. This is the stuff I'm using. It's just, let's see if we can focus here. It's just Reinstalling trim and bumper paint. Apparently it works great, so give it a shot. We're gonna use OEM black finishes. And funny that that's a Cherokee that they show on the can. And stops rust. That's always a good thing. Alright, so here they are. The plastic bumper end cap pieces on this little half-cut barrel. So I'm not really prepping these at all. I'm just gonna straight up shoot the paint on them. This one's kind of rough already. This one's not as rough, but it still is slightly textured. This one, it has some roughness to it because I did paint it in the past. That's why you can see that the sun is fading the paint, and especially there in the back. Yeah, but this one was the one on my old Cherokee, which I did paint those, but I did not use the same paint that I'm using today. So hopefully that doesn't happen. But yeah. So like I said, I'm not gonna prep them, sand them at all, or not even scuff them up. I don't really care about these things. That's really the only reason why. If I was painting something else on the Jeep that I cared about, yeah, I'd take the time to prep it. So that's it. I'm just gonna straight up paint them. I'm not gonna shoot that part because I don't want any overspray on the camera. But yeah, here we go. And cue the end caps painted. Bam! Voila! They're done. Painted, all nice and black. Yeah, it's not the best paint job in the world, but it's alright. This will do for me. I missed a spot. No. Well, it looked like it did with that glare. Right in there. Almost looks like that little corner edge isn't painted, but I think that's just a reflection from the surface of the bucket. Anyway, that part would be under the taillight anyway. But yeah, there you have it. So taking off these plastic bumper end caps would be a great time to check your rear quarter panel and make sure you don't have any rust. You know, if you do, go ahead and take care of it if you care. Thank God I don't. It's just one less hassle I got to deal with. When we took off the driver's side, I was able to slide it backwards, and there we go. That's it. It's in place. Now I just need the, oh, actually, don't forget to take off your screws that you put back in place. So remember this one in the front here, it's a little 1/4 inch. And on my passenger side, I was missing the bolt in the rear, so I don't have to worry about that. But see, you have these 3 clips here. They're just gonna sit behind these 3 tabs. So what you can do is you place the clips on the plastic in between the metal clips, and then that way you just slide them right behind. Alright, and that's it. You just slide it in. Alright, now put this screw back in. Either wear some glasses or be a little careful. You're probably gonna get some dirt fall on your face when you're laying under the Jeep face up like this. It never fails. Alright, that one's in. Let's move to the other side. Alright, so remember this one up here is a 1/4 inch, and then the one back here is I believe it was a 10 millimeter. Don't forget your wrench, you're going to need one, just a regular wrench. Put the closed end on the nut on this inside of the bumper, and hold it with one hand while you loosen or tighten the bolt from the underside with the other hand. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and just place this on right about here. Probably no. And just slide front. There you go. Make sure if you got this plastic inner wheel well, just tuck it in behind. This towel is a little dirty, but find a clean one. You'll have a better shot at wiping off all the dirt without smearing it. I'm going to put this backside bolt in first. Then I'll go put the front one in and tighten them both down. Let's put away our tools. And let's check it out. Stand back. But it pretty much looked like the side door trim. Now it's all faded. Don't look too good. But now that this is darkened, it matches the taillight. You got your 1/4 inch little tiny bolt right in the front there, and in the rear you have the 10 millimeter. Take them off, paint them, put them back on. Yeah. Jeep life.